What's up?
What up?
Dang, son.
Damn.
Good. Stress. Oh, fuck. You're good. Dude, pud rubbing.
Tired of pud rubbing.
Dude. Tired of pot tucking.
Pot tuck.
There's so damn much that I'm tired.
I'm just tired in general. I can nap right now.
Dude, we ate pancakes, what?
I'm still
Fucking maybe 6 hours ago. The things were like this.
They were huge.
Fat balls.
They were bigger than this piece of paper. I put my
Shit.
hand up against it.
Oh yeah, you got the fucking picture for perspective hand. That's
Two
the
hand cake.
That's the kind of hand you got.
It's the only kind of pancakes or cake that I like is 2-hand cake.
Something about those pancakes, bro.
They're good. Chocolate chip.
Something about those motherfucking pancakes, bro. They took it out of me.
Corner Cafe in Stoughton. You should go.
Straight up. Straight motherfucking up. What's up, guys?
What's up? Another episode of The Crawl here.
You want some more, baby?
200. Yeah. I want you to want me. Ooh.
Dude, life and times, dude. Life and times. You know what?
What?
Some of the strangest shit in my life has happened out of curiosity. It's been based off of a curiosity-based venture.
Well, most ventures are curiosity-based, I would assume. Right?
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Shaun.
You got a sense of toxic curiosity at all?
Toxic curiosity. Like curiosity of some shit that would
really
be debaucherous on my health, my my mental psyche. Maybe, I guess.
Just shit that overall ain't good for you at all.
I guess so. Like cigarettes?
Cigarettes?
No, that's not
that's
not curiosity.
That's just
it was
habit.
a curiosity that turned into a something bad.
Into the worst habit.
But yeah, I guess. I think we all have some debaucherous curiosities, maybe.
Do you think that... What do you think it is? You think that people have... Like, everybody will have that sense of, like, curiosity. Like, I wonder... Like, what were we talking about in one of the last episodes?
What, the Ouroboros meat kit?
Yeah.
That was the one that you were curious about that I was in the least bit curious.
That's what I'm trying to fucking say, dude. I feel like people have this curiosity, but I feel like certain people repress it and just keep it pushed down. Push down that fucking curiosity factor.
Well, if it's something fucked up, yeah, push that. I would like you to actively push down that curiosity if it's a fucked up venture.
I like to live on the side of fucking exploring that curiosity, dude. But I think, if I'm honest with myself, and I think long term, like, what is the scope of my life going to look like? I think I'm going to eventually come to my end based off of that curiosity. You hear me?
You're going to come to your end based off that curiosity.
To my wit's end and to my life's end.
To your life's end.
I think that's what's going to do it. I don't think anything earthly.
What do you even, like, is there something in mind that you're talking about?
I just don't believe that anything earthly is going to be able to take me out.
Anything something outer earthly. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
I think it's going to be on the weirder side of things. I don't see myself dying of a stroke.
It's going to be like
auto asphyxiation or fucking
auto Shawnee Mac.
It's gonna be weird.
I'll give you like a high age, like age 78 dies of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Dude, if I'm that fucking old, if I'm
and
78
you're
years
jerking it with a belt around your neck.
Just as a geriatric, don't you ever wish that on my old self, bro. That's foul.
I wasn't wishing it.
Well, listen, I'll do it.
I spoke it into existence, though.
But dude, so if I'm yanking it, if I'm crank yanking it at the fucking old folks' home,
the way you're going by 78, you're gonna need to do that. You're gonna. you're gonna fucking need it.
Shit, bro, because I travel fucking amongst the weird, dude. Like NASA, an astronaut will travel amongst the stars. I travel amongst the fucking.
You're an astronaut of the weird.
Of the weird,
fucking
dude.
blast off.
Very
And blast
explorative.
in.
Blast in and blast off, dude. Very explorative is my nature, bro. I can't help it, But it keeps things exciting. It keeps things going in a perpetual state of excitement.
Perpetual state of motion.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. What's one thing that you've done that was a little sinister? Or that was a little funky?
Funky? Damn. You always put me on the spot with these questions.
I know it is. I ask you. I feel like
you always do it. It's hard.
I
for me
ask
to
you
answer
questions
them.
that it's like fucking. I ask, how do I expect you to know off the top of your head?
I know exactly what you're coming in with. Gonna have to give me a minute here to think.
That's a funky question because there's a million easy but hard to say answers to that.
For real.
There's the ones that come to mind, but I don't necessarily want to live that.
You don't want to say
that. You guys are all hearing it. I've gotten into some things, A big part of me doesn't want to be ashamed of some of the weird, some of the depraved. Because as weird as I am, as you both know, there's many people much weirder. Into some much more fucked up stuff than
I like. It's fun to think that you're weird, but in the broad scheme of things, you're not really that weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty normal.
Definitely not normal. I mean, could you imagine? What is normal? It's relative.
You're normal in your weirdness, I should say. Everybody's got their weirdness, so
I got a pretty tame weirdness on the spectrum.
On the spectrum of weird,
you're
very low.
It ain't the first time I knew I was on a spectrum. I'll tell you that, dude. I've been curious about that forever. Oh man, the crawl, baby. This is the crawl. I'm by now. I feel like I'm hovering at this point. I'm hovering between two different fucking planes of existence, right? I feel like I'm hovering above where I was at, the old Shaun, right? And the old Shaun, he's still just as fat. He might not be as capable socially as the new Shaun, but I'm hovering, right? There's these two planes where I could see them on the horizon. I'm this little floating orb right here, and just in between. It feels like a real transition period, and I started getting my period since I've transitioned.
Well, that's supposed to happen, I think.
Yeah, and I was bleeding before. It's because I was born with both.
Oh.
And that's why it made me a target for being fondled.
What, dude?
It's been hard.
It's been hard.
But it's just because there was options.
Yeah.
Usually people only have one or the other.
But you were born with both.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, dude. I was born with both. What do you think? How common is that? Hermaphroditic people. That was like
word?
That was like a pre-meme. Like when I was in middle school and shit.
We got the computer here. Why don't we look it up?
What's up, computer?
I'm literally talking about the computer, not fucking producer X. Dude.
Oh, we got
You asked the question. That was the one that I'm gonna start looking up now.
Fuck, man, that could have probably been smoother.
What?
It was a pre-meme.
1 in 2,000. Huh? 1 in 2,000.
1 in 2. Are you shitting me?
Are hermaphrodites.
1 in 2,000 people.
This is just I didn't look into it. Google.
No way. That seems high, dude.
Yeah.
Those numbers seem high, dude.
1 in 2,000. I feel like I've known a
hermaphrodite. Who?
Statistically, I've known probably 2,000 people in my life.
Alex, do you listen to me? I was born with both.
I was assuming you were lying. I'm assuming that you weren't born with both.
Dude, right under the schlong is a little fucking hole there, dude, under the balls. It's open there.
You didn't get it like like
Dude, it felt wrong looking in your eyes
and saying there's a hole down, there's a hole down there.
It felt really fucked up.
As common as having red hair.
Oh my
No
fucking
way.
god, dude! There's a hermaphrodite
Look
for
up a
every
pic-
ginger you've met.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
I don't know how much I trust these numbers.
Dude,
Google.
look up.
That's
Look
baloney.
up.
That's
Could we get a little dark? Could we look up a picture of what
No.
the genitalia looks like? I need it to be done.
maybe you should.
You want me to do it while I'm logged in on Alex's Google?
I don't give a
Fuck
shit.
it, fuck it, go ahead.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Control Shift N.
I don't know what that-
Hermaphrodite genitalia.
Keep talking.
All right, yeah. I mean, dude, listen, if it's
Christ,
that fucking
weird.
common,
Damn,
at
dude.
the end of the day, people are people, dude. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you
I
got.
didn't realize that that's
there's,
common.
There's
like,
people that have
common.
cleft lips, dude. There's people who got webbed toes. There's people who are born with both sets. You know, maybe a couple extra nipples
Did
or
we talk about that at one point? Why, like, cleft lips, they're super common in, like, other countries, but
not in America.
yeah, like, I've never seen somebody with cleft lips unless they get it taken care of, like, right at birth.
Yeah, because in America, if you were to get it surgically like fixed
Yeah.
at birth, by the time they were old enough for us to know them, the scar would be
It would be
puny.
non-existent. It
It'd
would
be a
just be like, oh, they got a cut when they're...
yeah, it'd be a little teensy thing, but
This
I
the-
don't know.
Is this the fucking
Could
image
be-
that
What
you
we got
wanted?
over there?
Is this the image that you wanted, Sean?
Let's check that out.
What?
Is that what you wanted to see?
I don't think that's
how that
real.
must work.
That's
Under
not
the
what
balls.
That's not what it looks
Under
like,
the balls,
dude.
dude.
That's not it.
Under the balls, dude.
That's a picture of a dick with a pussy in like in it, on it. That's
Brother,
not right. That's
dude,
not
that's
it.
exactly what
I don't think that's what it looks like.
No, look up real. Type real after
I'm
this.
done with this
I'm
search,
looking it up,
dude.
you fools. I'm looking it
I'm
up. 'cause
done
now
with
I
this
need to know.
search.
I'll go on Pornhub if need be.
Go to Pornhub and type in she-man.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Hermaphrodite. Just
Have you guys
Get that
ever
little
seen a
speaker.
hermaphrodite? Or no? Or are you?
what is that, dude? What the fuck is that?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
What is that?
Oh.
Get it out of here.
Oh no. Oh God. Damn.
Is that like a dick with
Damn, son. I've never seen a dick like that, bro. There's no
looks
shape.
like a fish, dude? That looks like a cell.
Those are semen, dude.
No, it's not.
Inside. Dude, those are yeah.
That's what hermaphroditic semen looks like?
So, all right.
Is that even a word? I don't know. Are we being insensitive towards hermaphrodite? There's 1 in 2,000.
Obviously, they're
Because
extremely common. Fuck me.
Shit.
I just, dude, it's important to learn this stuff, you know, because if
I
we
didn't
are
know.
being insensitive, it's wrong.
You need to know that you're being
So you
insensitive.
need to get the information. That's it. That's it. And this is something that has, you know, I've never looked into it.
I honestly thought it was like 1 in like 2 million, a very rare thing. Like
Well, now look up cleft lip. What do you think is more common, a cleft lip or hermaphroditic genitalia?
I'm gonna go with cleft lip.
So, well, all jokes aside, a hermaphrodite is, in humans at least, the external and the internal genitalia for the reproductive organs are described as intersex, which basically means I think it's like
Oh,
maybe
dude.
you have
now that you
a
use the word
penis-
intersex, that's like a thing that I've definitely heard of.
intersex.
Intersex is totally
How
a thing.
come- dude,
And
how
I
come-
think we definitely were very insensitive.
All right, well listen,
Whatever.
they
We're
already
stupid.
know,
We're
dude.
idiots.
You
We're
guys
idiots.
know, you guys know this ain't
We're
gonna be pretty.
dumb.
This ain't going to be pretty, but I do want to get to the bottom of it because if I am, if I am insensitive or if I come off too
I
bullheaded
don't know I'm being
or
that.
dumb, I don't know.
Look, we had to look it up and figure out.
I don't know the
and we
why.
figured it out.
This will start a bigger conversation where it'll be bigger than just is Shaun and Alex fucking dumb and insensitive because the answer is obvious and
It's-
overwhelming yes.
Obviously, we are.
So what I want to know, how would it work? Like and how come, get this right, how come anytime anything has to do with sex, it's instantly socially taboo to talk about it? Instantly. Because mainly for a layman's man like me, I don't know the intricacies or the nuances of all the fluidity within gender nowadays. I don't know it, and I know a couple of you guys watching know that type of stuff. I would like to know the intricacies and like subtle little differences between all the genders. How many are there?
Well, the taboo thing, I think that's like almost exclusively American. It's not like that everywhere else, like to talk about shit like that, right?
Well, would it be also exclusively American to have more than one gender?
I don't know.
Because sexuality
feel
and
like-
gender is
I feel like a lot of countries aren't where we are socially to even give a fuck about people that feel and think that way, to give them a platform to state who they are and why they are and how they feel and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel a lot of countries
Like they don't
are
have-
like that, but I don't know. You
like
know
they
what I mean?
probably don't have the freedom to even try to explore like what
yeah,
that
to
means.
be openly public about who they are.
All right, but listen, does it get to a point where it's just human beings' desire to stand out from a crowd? And that might be the most insensitive thing that I've said all day, but I mean no
Maybe.
malice and
I don't
no negativity from that. I'm just questioning, like, yo, does it get to a point where we're going to have 3,000 different genders because we want as tiny of a group to associate ourselves with, because the smaller the group of people we're lumped in with, the more unique we feel. Like, is it that desire? Is that why there's
Maybe,
new
but
genders
I feel like a lot of
constantly?
people are looking for like community. You know, like they aren't. A lot of people are looking to be unique, but I feel like also a lot of people are looking for community to see like, oh, there's people out there like me, and I'm not alone in this or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody that feels like that is trying to necessarily be like a hipster about it. You know?
That's kind of what I was getting at.
There
Where
probably
it's like-
there probably
like-
are. I mean, there's 7.5 billion people on this earth. There's people doing everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
So there probably are, but I feel like the overwhelming majority are not doing it for that reason. So
Well, I feel like hermaphrodite is an especially interesting situation because they don't have the choice on whether or not they want to.
still going,
He's
dude.
just looking at it.
What is that,
On what?
dude? Stop.
Looking at peepees on Google. Cleft lip is like twice as likely.
Twice as
It's
likely.
like one or two in 1,000.
Oh damn. That's fucked up. Cleft lip. I'd hate to be a cleft lip, dude. What are you fucking doing? There's. You're looking at like what? That's like Grey's Anatomy textbook. Fucking.
Dude, look at the fucking. Dude,
What's with the hair?
That
It's
dick's got a
mustache.
better.
It's got a
dude,
mustache.
That fucking dick has a better head of hair than I do. God damn. Look at that thing. Look at the fucking pecker, dude.
God damn, dude.
That
What
shit
the
is,
heck, dude?
yeah, that's a beautiful head of hair.
It's a beautiful head of hair.
Shit.
That mustache has been waxed and spun up at the ends. All right,
It's
we
both.
can stop looking at
You can tell. You can tell. You can tell. You can tell.
1700
You can tell that
looking
it's
fucking
both, dude. You can tell that it's both.
penises, dude.
Well, you learn something every day, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I just feel like anytime you're talking about shit like that, there's always there's this line that you don't cross. And out of respect, I don't ever want to cross it because I don't want to be a person who walks around this earth intentionally making people feel bad.
Yeah.
I want the
I want
opposite.
that.
I want if I come in contact with you throughout my day, or if you're somebody that's involved closely in my life, I want to be as decent and beneficial to your life as possible. I don't want to tear nobody down.
Yeah. I mean, just try to treat everybody that you come across as a decent human being, how you want to be treated, and it should be all good.
Yeah.
Don't have to like worry about subtle nuances with people.
But you
As long
do
as you-
now. But you do now.
Well,
That's the at the
as
end
long
of
as
the
you're
day,
being a
you
nice,
do now.
decent human being, I feel like
But dude, there's
feel like
people. There's people who will dig into everything that you say.
True.
No matter what. No matter what, there's people that will dig into every word that you say, studying and waiting
trying to find something. Dude, fuck those people.
Those are the only people I don't wish good on. Motherfuckers.
No, I wish they have a decent day. I mean, maybe if they had more decent days, they wouldn't be like that.
I don't know.
Fucking. Dude, did you hear?
I don't know.
Breaking news like 5 hours ago. The monoliths, a group of artists came forward and like claimed responsibility for it.
Really?
Yeah, I guess there's 4 around the country now.
Yeah, I got fucking the desert in Utah, Romania, and Central California.
There's one in Joshua Tree. I don't know where that is. It's a national forest.
I've heard that before, and I could never understand. I always like sped through.
Joshua Tree?
You know how you'll speed through a word that you don't know if you're saying right?
Oh yeah, and it's just like
I never knew.
Pronounce it wrong for the rest of your life.
I never knew if it was Josh Wood Tree or Joshua Tree. So I would say Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree. Joshua.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, fucking Tom. He went over there and went to Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree.
It's so dumb, dude. I do that a lot. I do that a lot. But the monoliths, dude. To be completely honest with you, bro, I never knew what the fuck a monolith was before any of this. Don't even know.
What's the definition of monolith?
We don't need we don't
need
Merriam-Webster.
I want to know what a monolith is.
I just want to know what the hell, what is that shit?
Webster says a single great stone, often in the form of an obelisk or column.
Obelisk.
So basically just a tall standing rock or a piece of metal.
Like the thing from
what they look like.
What was that view in Mass where the highest point in Mass? We went
I think that was just like a lighthouse type thing. But that was on Mount Greylock.
Mount Greylock.
You could say a lighthouse is
big
monolithic,
giant lighthouse up there,
right? You could say a lighthouse is monolithic.
I think so.
I guess.
They had that the one that was erected for the fucking military and stuff that said Massachusetts, but the U was a V and it was in really cool font.
Yeah, I think that's
would be
all the
monolith.
old timey writing is like that. User V's. I think there's a reason behind it, and I forget.
I don't know with this monolith thing, dude. I feel like it's really all copycats, and the artists that came forward.
Well, no, they got like.
Come on.
No, they got like blockchain, like fucking. They're like legitly were the ones that made it. They got like proof and evidence and.
How I heard that it went deep enough. The original one from Utah, I heard that it went
into the bedrock.
Deep enough that it went into the bedrock.
Well, I saw something that said like $45,000 to do that or some shit.
I mean,
I read the article real quickly, like literally right before we fucking started.
Right. No, but think about it though. 45,000, dude, just to create a monolith out of that much metal.
They're using like museum quality fucking material and shit. It said.
Yeah, dude. The one in fucking California, I read somewhere that it was like 3,000 pounds, but it wasn't even connected into the earth. That if you pushed it hard enough, it would fall over.
That's the one that they like. People ripped out and replaced with a cross, right?
I don't know. Did they do that?
Yeah, like some fucking right-wing Christian group was just like, fucking.
Because Jesus don't believe in aliens.
Jesus fucking rules.
What if there was a fight, dude? What if there was a fucking celebrity death match
between Jesus
and
any alien? just any alien.
Who? I feel like Jesus would get the mitts, dude.
Well, in this scenario, Jesus is 100% real. So maybe Jesus with the is Jesus magic?
Do you think he can shoot laser beams from his eyes?
What?
You think Jesus can shoot like eyeball laser beams?
Maybe.
Like Superman?
I've seen artist renditions of Jesus doing that.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean,
he might be able to.
All right, if Jesus could shoot laser beams out of his eyes, the alien, what could they do? They can time travel. They
fly
can
super fast throughout the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. We don't even dude. What
they may not need to eat, which means they don't need to shit or piss. Which I think is a superpower. Or cum. Shit, piss, cum.
Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. They could, but Jesus is constantly doing the Holy Trinity. I hate these fucking headphones. Jesus Christ. Hate them.
I keep rolling over the wire.
Hate them.
We should get new ones. Upgrade.
Who the fuck would win in a battle? In a celebrity death
match? I'm going to go with Jesus. Because if Jesus is real, that means Jesus and God and shit. God created them aliens, man. in this hypothetical, if Jesus is 100% real, then that means God is real, and that means that those aliens were also made by God. In the hypothetical, so I'm going with Jesus. Jesus wins by a landslide.
All right, I think the logic.
I
wanted to say aliens.
I want to say aliens too.
But the logic is so thorough that it's hard to
there.
argue against it.
It's there.
You know, and it's fucked up because my heart was saying aliens, but I think you're right. I think if God created everything, he would have created those aliens.
Then he would have.
But Jesus
in his likeness too. So would they look like us?
Aliens. Do you really believe in aliens? Let's get real.
Really believe in aliens?
Let's get
Fuck
real.
yes, I believe in aliens.
You believe in them 100%?
Dude, this universe, 100%. I'll 100%. There's another intelligent species in this universe. Dude, it's too big.
The universe?
Yeah, it's too big.
I've heard even people talk about a multiverse.
I believe in some multiverse shit.
Where our solar
parallel
system would not
universe?
be,
Where it's just like layers upon layers.
And then you start to get into the interdimensional conversation.
Interdimensional.
I think that the level of depth in this life is not bound by any world, like any human level of understanding or explanation. I think that it is so vast.
Well, there's shit around us we can't perceive, like fucking microwaves, X-rays, and all that shit. Like, we can't perceive that shit.
Right.
But it's there.
And the same thing goes to, like, imagine, like, gas, like toxic gas, like carbon dioxide, right? Before we had the science to prove what that was and what was going on, humankind would have no idea that exists. And I feel like a lot of dimensional conversation is in that same realm. It comes from that same vein.
Like we don't know it exists because we can't detect it, because we don't have the fucking power to detect it.
Or to understand it, like, at all. You know, like how the fuck did they even come to the conclusion for gas and like shit like that? Like, where do you start with a theory like that?
People must have just been like dropping dead in the forbidden chasm or something.
Oh, it's the forbidden.
And then over time, they just left detectors
and like, we gotta figure that shit out.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
too scary to leave untested.
Dude, we gotta figure this out, dude, because fucking 12 people just went down to the chasm last week. We're having real trouble with that place.
Nobody learns.
Everybody comes back and they're fucking make it halfway back home and they're dead.
They drop dead.
Jesus Christ.
That's true. Shit out.
That's probably how they do it. Odds are that's how they do it. I feel like we didn't introduce you at all.
We didn't.
They know. You guys know who that is? Comment right now in the live chat if you know who that is. You got 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. That's Producer X. That's the voice
Producer
of
X,
Producer X.
The voice of Producer X.
And now he's going to be a third mic, and we're very grateful to have you.
Do you want to say your name?
Chunga Chunga. Yeah, what do you...
Or do you want to be called Producer X?
That's a good question.
I should have asked you that before we started this.
Well, you kind of said.
Well, you guys gave me the Producer X thing. That was you.
That was
us.
us.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was funny.
I think it's funny too.
I'm John. I'm on the third mic off camera.
It's John.
I'm doing all the tech and shit. Looking at
producer
recording programs. I'm producer. Yeah, I'm
producing.
producing.
He's producing.
I'm currently producing.
Producing.
He's the computer.
Producing. Pud juicing.
Pud Juicer X.
What up?
Producer Eggs.
I'm also looking up all the goofy shit on Google.
Because he smells a little bit like boiled eggs.
I fuck I smell like nothing.
Like boiled eggs.
Just kidding, egg salad. But
that's worse.
Dude, yeah. Monoliths, dude. I didn't know what the fuck. I believed it was aliens, but I'm quick.
I wanted them to be aliens. I really did.
I'm so quick to want to think something's an alien. Every time something crazy happens, I just jump right on the alien train.
Oh, it's an alien.
Right? I wouldn't even be against.
I popped my tire. Aliens.
I'm so sorry about your great granduncle's diagnosis, but
aliens. Sir, you have appendicitis. It's
aliens.
Aliens.
You guys are being too loud in this movie theater, and I need you to get out of here.
Aliens! Yeah.
Yep. I don't know, man. I didn't know what a monolith was. I really didn't know what a monolith was. The fact that these people did, so if say it is what they're saying is true. You said they had receipts for everything, right? It's proven it was them.
Yeah.
So the amount of trickery that has been involved in their fucking behavior, it should be.
Well, that's like a form of art, doing shit like that.
Deception?
Not deception.
They allowed every major news media outlet.
Because they're getting good fucking coverage. It's like, whoa, what is this? And
it's deceptive.
It's not deceptive. It's just maybe it took a while for them to post. I reckon don't know. Like
the thing I'm looking at, it has in quotation marks stunt artists. That's what they call themselves. I get the picture of the guy working on it too.
Stunt artists.
Stunt artists. That's why they did it the way they did, to make a stunt
shit like
out of
that. People put shit in the desert or like in
he's buffing the fucking metal. Come on. Something like that. You don't come out and take credit for it. Even if you did it, no matter how bad you want to come out and take credit for it, you either say it at the beginning.
I think they have to, with the amount of copycat shit that's going on, and then with like the whole people getting angry of the that like Christian group that toppled the one in California over and shit.
Did they do that? So they walked over and they said, "In the name of Christ."
In the name of Christ. Oh yeah, and then push it over.
Damn, dude, who do you think brought up the giant cross? Because I guarantee you, he was doing his best Jesus.
He was definitely doing his best Jesus impersonation.
Dude, he said, "Fucking,
damn, the Lord and Savior really did this." You're lucky we rearranged this shit.
He was doing his best. Now I can play. Now I could play. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Oh God, it's gonna get really fucking crazy around these parts.
I hope not too crazy.
Dude, it's just prepare. Just prepare because listen, I don't know no other way.
You're right, actually. I should just know by now.
Dude, I'd be liable. Now I have room to play, dude. And I bet you if I stood here.
If you stood there like that and then moved your chair and you could.
I bet you with one leap.
One leap, you're hopping over this.
I bet you I could.
With one leap, you could destroy the
with
entire
one leap,
table.
every single thing will be destroyed here. Don't even leap over this table.
I could do it.
No, don't fucking do it.
I don't know where I'll land.
I'll jump up and block you.
No, you won't.
I'm not in the I wasn't in the right angle.
It's gonna get fun. Whew! It's gonna get fun.
A little slide down here.
It's really fucking cool now.
It was so hot.
How do you like it over there?
As much as I expected to, it was better than being over there.
It looks a lot better. It feels a lot better.
It feels better over here,
like,
yeah.
It opens up the whole room. Yeah. I mean, you guys can't see it, but it
I don't
does.
have empty space behind my back, which
we fixed the room a little bit.
helps with my lizard brain and the anxiety of something being behind me.
Yeah.
Up against
And
the wall.
we can
I
all
like
see
that.
The door. So if any
intruders,
Any aliens come through the door, try and put a monolith behind me, I'm going to see it now because I'm on the other
that
side.
monolith right down their fucking alien throats.
Fuck yeah. Fuck them aliens.
America.
Fuck them aliens.
What do you guys think about celebrities taking money to endorse politicians? I saw this fucking article about. It was written by a girl on Twitter, and I think she was probably a liberal girl based off of the tone.
Mm-hmm.
But it was back when Lil Wayne endorsed Trump, and they were saying basically the rumor mill around that situation was saying that he was paid by the administration to come out in support of Trump.
Was he really?
I don't know the facts of it, but say he was.
I mean, well, I feel like celebrities do that anyway.
Look at it on the flip side.
Well, celebrities like sell themselves to the fucking devil.
You fucking sluts.
So, like,
you fucking whores. You spineless whores. You got no integrity. None of you. None of you. And you know what? People see it. People see it. And I know you feel it because you feel like a fucking phony, huh? I feel like
talking to all the celebrities watching right now.
I'm talking to certain people. I feel like a phony sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I feel like a phony.
I feel like I'm faking it sometimes. You know,
It's called imposter syndrome.
Mm.
It's when you think you're like.
Isn't that like most commonly felt by people who suddenly get famous? They're like, I'm not really that person. That can't be me.
Maybe. I'm assuming it would be.
That's the only context I've heard it in. Also, I looked up the Lil Wayne thing.
Yeah.
It just looks like rapper beef. It looks
Rapper
like
beef.
it looks like
50
generic
Cent.
rapper. 50 Cent claims Lil Wayne was paid.
50 Cent is always in beef with somebody.
Because
Dude.
50 Cent Lil Wayne drama in 2020.
You know who 50 Cent would be if he was our friend?
Who?
It would be our buddy Harley. I don't know why, but I always thought Harley because he
It was like 50 Cent.
yeah, just like I don't know why.
I don't think I've
their
never
personalities,
really correlated that.
their personalities remind me of each other. I don't know why.
I never correlated.
You hang out
that.
with Fiddy a lot, you can make that comparison.
I be chilling over there, up in
Yeah,
the
you
club.
know, Fiddy's
Up in
fucking
the club.
Fiddy. You gotta say Fiddy. You can't say.
I'm just
50.
trying. Yeah, 50.
Did I say
50?
50?
50.
No, no,
50
you said
Cent.
Fiddy.
I
50
thought
Cent.
so.
You know,
Wait.
Mr. 50
We
Cent.
ain't talking about bus fare, dog. Nah, I'd be over there with 50. Just because, there's many men that's wishing death upon him. So I just got to be close by and fucking, help keep him safe.
Yeah.
So, but it's happening. It's like an
For sure,
endorsement,
it's
right?
definitely happening.
You're listening to a podcast now. We're making a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Think about Blue Chew or fucking like
Postmates or
any of
Lisa
those.
Mattress,
Instacart, fucking Honey.
whatever the
Those are
Better Health,
sponsorship
Better Help,
endorsement
Better Help.
deals. All right?
whatever it is.
You're a sponsored. It's a sponsored endorsement. So
also-
I endorse your product, and you pay me to do it, so my people could see, whatever it is you want them to see through me. There's no way that in politics that's not going on. Look at how and it tends to be very, like, Democrat, predominantly like Democrats will do it. Unless, and it would make sense, though, because Democrats do believe generally in a much more for the people approach to
Yeah.
what they're telling you. So it would make sense that a lot of celebrities would lean more left because they are also for the people.
Yeah, I feel like it's like hard to. It definitely happens, but it's hard to tell because like you also can't be like, no, you don't believe that. Like,
What do you mean?
you can't like just because somebody says like, oh yes, I endorse President Trump or I endorse Biden or whatever candidate X. You can't be like, you don't believe, like that's not who you can't like.
How could you
know
prove
they
that
don't
that's not
believe
their
that?
genuine?
Exactly. So like,
Yeah, but I think it does happen. Like, I do think it fucking happens for sure.
yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the times famous people like used to not talk about who their like political affiliate is because they want to be liked by everybody.
Right, and as
But
soon
it
as you
seems
state a political, but this is the shift because now
Seems like a lot are
it seems like the numbers are not even anymore. That's the thing. Once it's like, all right, well, if 80% of my demo is, Democrat or independents that sway Democrat, it's fine for me to say, if that's how I truly feel, what my position is.
yeah.
Where back in the day, I feel like we were much more,
There was like
parties were like more evenly.
yeah, and well there was also like an understanding of I'm not going to bring up my political beliefs. You don't bring up your political beliefs, and
Yeah.
it's going to stay that.
There was a thing growing up where it was like religion. It's like growing up.
There's like
I think
things
in
you
this
don't
area,
talk about.
this
Religion,
area, I think that's a this area thing though. I think that it's the East Coast says
religion,
that to our
political
kids.
Beliefs. You don't ask a woman her age.
Mm-hmm.
There's like it's just like a couple of those things you don't fucking
Like
do.
rule of thumbs.
Rule of fingers, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
Way of the past.
it's not like that no more.
No.
What do you think it is? You think it's because everybody has the platform to project their opinion with social media?
Yeah, I guess.
It's completely changing
Yeah.
the dynamic of our culture.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting because if you look at it as like a study, right? If you look at how commonplace it is to overstep every one of those boundaries from the past, like asking a woman her age or religion or talking about fucking sex all the time and like using curse words. What we represent as a culture right now, as a society right now, is something that is so against what the standard was even in the 90s, early 2000s. It's so different today.
It's wicked different.
I don't even think we appreciate that right now. Like
I feel like
what this moment is to history.
Like after the 90s, shit sped up so fucking much that like you can't really get a grasp on what is what anymore. So shit's just constantly changing, and like before then it was like that's the way it's been, that's the way it's continued to go. Like
because of the internet, you think?
Oh, for sure, yeah. There's the internet,
just like constant
but
exposure.
It's like but the internet basically brought about the easy access for people to share opinions on a global fucking scale. So I think the internet is a good thing in the long term.
Overall.
Sure. And also
that's what I was just thinking.
The internet is like, I think it's one of those things that it was always going to be discovered. It was always going to happen, no matter what. Like
because of our need to connect.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and as technology furthers and becomes better and smoother and more efficient, I think the future of this technology that we're using now, this shit is going to be so primitive compared to what our kids and our grandchildren, the
Do you
world
think it's
that
gonna get like Matrix-esque, where we're like all living in pods and just like pumped with the nutrients that we need, and
or like Avatar or something.
Like just VR life.
I think it'll be an option, and I think it'll be an option where you can't even distinguish. And granted, I've never been in VR. I've never even done it. I don't know.
Well, if it's like indistinguishable between life, would you rather live in a VR world if it's indistinguishable and you basically can do whatever you want?
Yeah,
but
you would.
What's that?
Oh yeah,
you would.
If it's,
I mean, it sounds kind of cool.
I spent a lot of time in VR, so I can answer that quickly. Yeah.
What is the experience of like?
But it'd be deep. It'd be like Matrix. Like you're fucking like, you can't get out of it. Like you sign up and it's like, all right, we're gonna put you in this pod and
now you're making it scary.
Well, yeah, it's
this is not the VR that I know.
No. I'm talking about like, all right, like you can choose to either live a real life or you can live out your whole life in a VR pod, the 80 years or whatever. But like you're basically kind of in heaven.
But you don't have to worry about like health insurance and stuff.
And you don't have to. Yeah, I guess you don't have to worry about
anything. Or
a
car payment.
Like,
or disappointing anybody.
Would you actively choose to live in the Matrix?
He's basically asking like, would you drop out and start new somewhere else, different, and sacrifice everything you got?
Sacrifice real life and everything.
No, I wouldn't.
For a virtual life where you get everything. It's
after
like,
not living in the virtual life for most of your life already.
I guess.
Like if you had to make the choice today.
Well, that's a different circumstance than just starting out in it. And like,
how are you gonna be born and like fucking?
What if they just toss you in as soon as you're born and like halfway through you realize?
Or like or they make it so you're fucking. Or they make it so you're able to decide and transition your life at the age of 7.
At the age of 7, do you want to meet your real parents?
Fucking sick.
You know where they're doing that?
You know where they're doing that?
Where?
Sex changes.
Where? What?
Mm-hmm.
What did you? I didn't even hear what you said.
They're
letting 7-year-olds get a sex change. I got no problem. I got no problem with anybody who wants to get a sex change. If you are a child, you'll be treated like a child. You don't have developmentally.
You don't know.
You're not anywhere near where you need to be to make a rational life choice that big.
When I was 7, I was convinced I was going to be a cowboy ninja.
Cowboy ninja. Those things never existed.
When I was 7, That's what I would be
Maybe
today.
in the Gobi Desert.
That's what I would be today if I could pick that
When I was 7, I could have led that life.
Cowboy ninja, dude.
I don't think my brain was developed enough to make an important decision at 7.
No, not a life choice like that. And
I
it's
was a
gross to
stupid little
even.
shit when I was 7.
It's fucking disgusting to even. It feels predatory. It feels exploitative.
It does.
And the parents of these kids need to be evaluated because
there has to be some big kind of influence from the parents at that age.
I
too,
mean,
if they're allowed
oh
to do that.
my god, dude, these kids are sacred. You know, that's literally the future of our world. You know, be careful. Make sure you're teaching them right, and make sure you're as good of an influence as you can be. Don't project your sickness and your fucking problems onto your kids, please, because we'll all be better for it as a species if you don't. And if you can't not do that, you need to be evaluated and maybe locked up, you fucking sicko.
Dude, do you think in like the desert in China there are Chinese cowboys? Like living the cowboy western living the cowboy western life,
like they got
like
the fucking they got the
like-
boots.
like yeah, in the Gobi Desert there are like Chinese people living like people in Arizona right now.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't know. I'm just speaking
That's
because
Ameri-
I'm
that's American.
looking at Cowboy Luigi, Mario and Luigi, Cowboy Luigi.
Cowboy Luigi.
You have to assume there is.
There must be.
I don't know if the style would be the
Probably
same.
not, but
They would probably look like monkish, if I had to take a wild guess.
yeah. Or yeah.
Like what do?
Oh, probably
like what do West?
maybe wearing
No,
like
they wouldn't even be
Middle Eastern
considered
style
Western.
clothing, where it's like long robes.
I like that long robe look.
I feel like they breathe. I feel like it's airy.
God damn! Imagine
Never
you
got-
imagine
never
never
got
having.
swass.
That's dude.
Or swalls.
I can't imagine they're like slinging revolvers around and kicking the doors into the saloon down there, like spitting into a jar. And there's a guy on like an old timey piano that's half playing itself. I can't see it. I can't picture that.
Dude, and now, so what do you think it would look like? They'd have just as much dust.
It'd be dust kicking up.
They'd have just as much dust.
Think there's like barn wrestles.
I wonder
Oh, barns in the desert.
if we explore this idea, you know, do you think that they would have the Fu Manchu? I think that they would probably still have the hat with the wide brim.
If you don't have the hat, are you really a cowboy?
Well, it's for the sun because
that's
there's
essential.
There's nothing blocking the sun, so it's a practical style choice.
You think they got horses? They must. They must.
It's the only way. They're not driving around in Fiats. I can tell you that much. I think there's just as
I
much
don't even know what
dust.
goes
so
on in that desert.
you're gonna have boots, just in case there's scorpions or snakes.
You ever
They're gonna look a lot like ours.
go on like Google Earth and just like I spend a lot of time in the Chinese desert of Google Earth.
That's out of suspicion, dude.
Just straight up, I'm fucking spying on the Chinese, dude. I'm straight up looking for like military bases in the middle of the Gobi Desert. It's one of the things I love to do. I sit at home for like an hour sometimes, just. I'll be like, oh fuck, I've been sitting here for like an hour and a half just looking at the desert.
What's the wildest shit that you found on Google Earth?
I don't know. It's just like random fucking what I think are military bases. I convince myself in my head like, oh, this is a secret Air Force base or some
you
shit.
make that backup story, that
But-
fucking backstory for
Yeah,
it.
oh yeah, I make it
Keep
all
it
up.
juicy. Keep it fucking juicy.
I love
dude.
doing that shit.
Yeah, man. There's this place. I do that all the time too.
It's fun.
It's fucking wicked fun. I found this place called Plum Island in New York,
Plum Island.
and it's funny because there's two of them, and it started because I wanted to figure out why they say the Cape and Islands for Cape Cod, and
Yeah.
I know that there's Martha's
there's
Vineyard,
Martha's Vineyard.
and I know there's Nantucket, but I thought for some reason I had a gut feeling that there would be more. I didn't see too many more, but I
There's
did
probably
see
a bunch of little ones, I'm assuming.
I was looking for all the little ones. I found one called No Man's Land, and that one
No
looked,
Man's Land.
it
That's
looked
intriguing.
cool, dude. It was completely abandoned. There was no like structure. There was no civilized
And it's like right off the coast of.
Martha's Vineyard. I think it's just south of Martha's Vineyard.
I've never been to. What's the other one?
southwest.
Nantucket. I always get
never
Nantucket
been
and
to either of
Nantasket mixed up.
Oh, Nantasket ain't as beautiful as Nantucket.
No. One of them's one of the richest places in the country. And the other one is definitely not.
No. The other one is where everybody from the South Shore goes to
You might get fucking stuck with a needle or something in the beach, dude. Don't walk that beach barefoot.
Oh, man.
Nah, it ain't too bad.
Nah, I want to go to some of those islands, dude, because those are pretty famous for Massachusetts. But they're
I've been to Martha's
hoity-toity.
Vineyard.
Hoity-toity.
Super nice. Actually, last time I went, fucking Barack Obama was there. Oh, Barack Obama was there. Yeah. No, it was cool because they had like Blackhawks flying around the whole fucking island all the time. It was a sight to see.
So I was looking for those because I was curious what the hype is about with the Cape and the islands, and I came across Plum Island.
Is that in Massachusetts?
No, it's in New York.
Oh, all right.
The peculiar thing about Plum Island is that there's one Plum Island that is a vacation spot.
Happening vacation. Martha's Vineyard.
It's something like a Martha's Vineyard in New York. The other one is where they do genetic testing and biochemical testing on animals. Ooh. Trying to come up with some poisons and they're making mutants.
Mutants.
And I came across the mutant one, dude. Then what were you, John? What
jelly.
were you?
Oh, the jelly pigs?
Jelly pigs.
The translucent skinned jelly pigs?
Dude, guys, Google right now. Stop watching the show because, because we suck, basically. Turn off the show and look up Plum Island. Look up the Google reviews for Plum Island. And there's going to be a dude who's talking about something crazy, but you'll see him. It's a jelly pig. He posts a picture of a
translucent jelly pig.
A translucent, gray-skinned pig type of animal with a nose unlike anything I've ever seen. And it's a wild
It's
sight.
horrific. It's fucking horrific.
It's a wild
It's got
sight.
like a rat face.
Oh, there it
with
is.
the teeth.
Oh, that ain't it, but what the fuck? Is that all from Plum Island?
Yeah, Plum Island experiments image search
let's
I don't recommend
let's
it.
look at a couple of those guys.
I don't recommend it. Which one?
Just a bunch of them.
Just a bunch of them.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a freaky
That's
snout.
him.
That's the
That's
thing.
him.
That's the translucent.
It's a jelly pig.
That's man bear pig. Jelly pig. Oh, that's fucking gross, dude. Look at its pud.
Oh, it does.
It's
have a
hanging down.
bug. I don't recommend you Google this.
I recommend Google
I highly recommend you Google it.
It's interesting
little
to know
disturbing.
what people are doing around these parts.
I'm sure
world.
people have. There was this was like a weird fucking like internet story at one time. Strange animal washes up on beach. I remember seeing that.
What, is that the same thing?
What, that brown turd looking thing?
Yeah.
There's a Wikipedia page for it.
The Montauk
Monster.
Plum Island. We were looking for a place to sit when we saw some people looking at something. We didn't know what it was. We joked maybe it was something from Plum Island.
How'd it get out, dude?
Little did
They got
know.
they got a hole somewhere that thing's burrowing out.
No, dude, it's wide open.
What?
Google
Wait.
Earth Plum Island, dude. It's wide open. It's not enclosed.
No, they got some underwater
Dude,
shit.
there's forest on Plum Island where
All right. I don't
do you think
doubt
they get
that,
the animals?
But I feel like since it's a bioweaponry
Disease
they
Research
develop
Center.
and shit.
Yeah.
yeah, what is it called?
Animal Disease Research Center.
Yeah. So
They're
they're
doing
pumping them
something
full
else
of
on that,
they're,
I think.
they're pumping them full of
No,
stuff.
I feel like they got underwater labs. Some shit where they can like close it down and like this will never come out.
They're making like Dungeons and Dragons nightmare monsters.
Like that's where God.
What do you
that's
think?
What,
What do you
Godzilla.
think? What do you think the wildest animal creature, like living thing that humans have altered, is?
The cow. No. What do you mean? That humans have domesticated?
No. Like we go in. You know how they can clone things and they can like tamper with the DNA of something before it's born, and then it can be born how they want it. That's the type of shit that they do at Plum Island. What do you think the wildest thing that you can imagine would be in that vein? Like something
I'd imagine
that
there's like a
exists?
really interesting answer to this, but I'm gonna say what humans have done with wolves and turned them into dogs. That's probably the only thing I could think of.
I'm gonna say
That's like
liger.
they're a far cry
from the wolves they once were.
Yeah, like I go home and look at my goofy fat little dog. Like, I can't imagine like at some point in her lineage she was a fierce wolf. Nah.
At one point.
That's just selective breeding, dude. And I think that's what humans are doing. That's why I don't have no luck on Tinder.
Selective breeding. You're one of them. It's because you're a wolf, and they don't want no wolf. They want a poodle.
But a wolf still needs pussy.
What?
A wolf will still need pussy
It's
from time to
true.
time, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still a man. You know, I might not be the most handsome, and I'm sad because I'm lonely.
Dang.
The selective breeding, dude. That's what's going on.
That's what's happening.
Damn, dude. Google Earth. You have some fun on Google Earth.
It's a hoot. I'm gonna say that right now.
I'm gonna go out on a ledge.
I'll be so bold and say that Google Earth is a hoot.
I'm gonna go out on.
It's the bee's knees.
Go out on a ledge right now and let you know it's a hoot.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. You know, we do things. We like. Oh, mine, by the way, would be. I think they're trying to recreate dinosaurs somewhere.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think they're trying to recreate it so that they can understand the phenomenon it was better than just fossilized remains.
Would you, after seeing the Jurassic Park movies, would you go to a Jurassic Park?
No.
No?
No, I have no
go.
interest. I would watch videos on my phone.
I'd go.
In no danger.
You don't think
Videos
they'd
on
be
your
able to
phone? You
handle
wouldn't
it
go
better?
see a real dinosaur?
I think they'd
Get
be able to
a
handle
T-Rex
it better.
ride?
I
Ride
don't
in the back of a
trust it,
T-Rex
man.
wearing a giant cowboy hat?
as a Chinese man. I don't know, man. History
That's the
has a
kind
way-
of cowboys they got in the Gobi Desert. T-Rex riders.
They're just with their little nubby legs. T-Rex are so dumb, dude. Damn. All dinosaurs. How do you just go? Like,
I don't know.
You don't
You
put
know
up a
T-Rex
fight.
like from North America? That's cool.
I never even once thought about regional dinosaur species.
Where they're from.
Like
Well, I mean, it was like Pangea at the time, so it was like they're all
one big.
doesn't really matter. But yeah, they're from like North America and like South Dakota and North Dakota area. It's called Hell's something. Hell's Valley.
Do
or
you believe in
Devil's
that
Valley.
Pangea shit?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I missed what you were saying. I was looking at you hitting the microphone and checking if it picked up.
Pangea.
Do you believe in Pangea?
Pangea was like when all the continents
We're smushed
still a
together,
thing.
like
Yeah.
connected.
I guess. I mean,
I
haven't
always
thought
think
like, oh, that's
all
gotta
right,
be
if there was
bullshit.
Pangea on
I
this
haven't-
side of the earth,
never
what the
thought
fuck's
that.
on the other side? Just straight up ocean?
Maybe Pangea used to be on the other side. It was just
It just wrapped around.
wrap. It was just
Where did all the
swimming
land
along-
go?
swimming
Where the
along.
fuck is Old Zealand?
And for that matter, is Old England even a place? I've never been there.
I've never been there.
What the fuck is Zealand, dude? Where is Zealand? Shit, I don't know about Pangea, dude, because I think that goes hand in hand with the theory of evolution and how if you believe that I don't know. I feel like if you are a person of faith and you believe that God created man, I wonder if they challenge the idea of Pangea.
Probably.
Because Pangea, I think it was, there's probably much smarter people than me that have explored this topic and taken the same angle. But I think that
It sucks that. But my bad. Go ahead.
Well,
I was gonna. Yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say that it sucks that religion was made 5,000 years ago when we didn't like study shit. Because if it was made today, they could easily just be like, yeah, God intended for that to happen.
They could just keep rolling with it.
Yeah, just keep rolling with it.
Religions are still being made today. Like, there is really new, like Scientology.
Yeah, that's not too new. I mean,
It's
it was
not that old.
60s or something it
Dude,
was made.
in the grand scheme of things, when was Christianity made?
Yeah, I mean, well, Mormonism came around in the 18-somethings.
Yeah.
80s, 60s, 70s, 80s.
I have no idea the facts on that, but
me either.
but they're both relatively like brand new religions in the scope of human life.
Yeah. I definitely, in my mind, New Age religions are just cults. That's what I think of them as.
I Googled new religions, and that's all I saw. I was like, how do you know if it's not a cult? That's like all I saw on Google.
But you could say that about any religion.
I'll
be the guy.
Christianity was a cult when it originated. But
Is
also,
it? So
yeah,
what is? No matter how big a cult gets, it's still a cult.
What constitutes a cult, though? Like, what
like, is there differentiating factors between?
When I think of a cult, I think of like you got to give all your money to the church. You got to move out and live in a compound with other people
with no shoes or socks, and
No
the bottom of
shoes or
you
socks.
and your woman's feet are all dirty.
You
like
make
maybe you
cheese out of
yeast
bodily
infections.
fluids and things,
Yeah.
and pancakes out of other
pigs.
things.
Oh God damn!
Blue
dude.
waffle.
I feel like
the forbidden breakfast.
that almost made me puke. That fucking blood.
You didn't have to look it up.
Oh,
Didn't have to.
dude, you guys know about my toxic
Just look
curiosity.
up anything you
Toxic
think.
curiosity. Yeah.
I gotta see what they're making out of that blood.
God damn, it was,
Must know.
it was pretty bad, dude. Yeah, I mean, do they really do the yeast infection thing? Because that is
I have heard that. I think I heard it on fucking Dave and Chuck the Freak. They were talking about it at one point.
that is one of the most abhorrent things that a person could choose to do with themselves.
Disgusting, dude.
My God in heaven. Oh my God.
My God in heaven.
Oh
God.
damn, dude. Oh, good Christ. I couldn't even imagine it. Like, what would possess somebody in their world? In their okay.
Brings us back to
God damn. is
trying to
that-
be unique.
Just
I
sitting
think
there one
that-
day, like, when's the last time you had a good sourdough?
Yeah.
well, you know, I do have.
I'm just I'm making a nice sourdough starter right now.
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. It's just like an opportunistic bakery. Right? Dude, I'm never going back on Martha's fucking Etsy, I'll tell you that. Martha, I ain't going back to your Etsy. Martha's opportunistic bakery.
Opportunistic
Get the fuck
baking.
out of here. The fuck out of here.
Learn how to
Some
make
people
a-
are fucking
A
weird.
nice sourdough starter from your yeast infection.
Dude. And yeast infections are common. I know pretty much every woman you've ever met has had one. And I get it, so I'm not shaming that. But
No.
there's
I'm
people who
I'm
take.
shaming the using the yeast from the yeast infection.
I'm gonna puke if you keep going
As-
deeper and deeper.
as
I'm really fighting it.
a bread leavener. Is that what they call it?
Like baking powder or something.
No, like it helps the dough rise.
I don't know what kind of sick, twisted individual you must be.
Sick and twisted.
My God.
Ugh. Well, they legalized marijuana federally. Well, no. Did they?
They
The House voted. So does the Senate have to vote?
Yeah, and the Senate ain't gonna happen. The House is all Democrats, and I'll keep it neutral because I don't really give a shit which way goes which.
They voted to decriminalize it, which is pretty cool. Oh, and I saw that there's going to be a program to release people that have been incarcerated for
That's where it's important.
producing, distributing, and all the possession, all that shit.
Right
which
now,
is
a
sick.
federal decriminalization would basically be what Massachusetts had in like 2015
Fucking 10
or
years
16.
ago. Yeah, 2008. I remember it was when Obama was voted in.
And it would be basically if they found you with weed, they would take the weed
Just
and
throw it away.
throw it away, but you wouldn't get charged. There would be no criminal
No,
attachment to it.
decriminalized. Yeah.
So
Or you get like a misdemeanor at most. It's not going to be a felony or whatever.
the amount of people that are sitting in a jail cell because they had an ounce or two of weed in the 70s is disgusting. You know,
It is fucking disgusting. That's a whole nother fucking topic. The prison industrial complex. But
it's just
That's
modern
just
day
fucked, yeah.
slavery. That's all it
fucking,
is. Private for-profit prison is free labor predominantly by the backs of black men.
Yeah,
it's modern day slavery.
It's highly skewed one way. Obviously skewed one way.
It's sick, dude. It's wild. It's wild how many people are sitting in a jail cell because they had 2 ounces or something of weed.
Yeah, for a stupid fucking reason.
Or a joint in fucking 1982.
Like, they're in prison for most of their life for that same charge, and then I just walk around every day like with that amount of weed.
Yeah.
Maybe not 2 ounces, but
I think it's a historic moment because for it to be on a federal level means that there is a deeper understanding of like what marijuana is.
War on
really.
drugs is over. Drugs won. Especially in Oregon with the legalized cocaine.
Oregon is bugging
legalized
the fuck
recreational cocaine.
If you're legalizing methamphetamine,
decriminalized. I think they did the decriminalization. Which
my
is
God.
way better. Dude, we shouldn't be locking up drug addicts. That's fucking dumb.
God, no.
We should be helping people that are addicted to
the way that this system
like
is
that. It's fucked.
The way that this system is in place, right, is that it's a game between your insurance, the local and state government, because of it's all a cash grab, and you're playing off of people's absolute desperation, right?
Yeah.
Whether it be your health insurance providers who are not covering all of these rehabilitation places, or whether it's your state government who is only providing so much of a budget towards treatment facilities. So it's impossible for somebody who is struggling in a life or death situation that is completely out of their control at this point.
Yeah, well, I'm sure
they can't even find a bed.
I'm sure those places like well, no, there's like a lot of good places out there, but I'm sure there are places that just like they do it so they can get the money from the government, you know, like
just basically like a slumlord
for
there's a bunch of that too.
Rehabilitating people.
There's a bunch of that too.
Yeah, we'll just take them in and it's just
the way that I view people who are in like a specialized, and I'm not comparing these two types of people at all. I'm not comparing a drug addict who is, in the grips of a life or death drug addiction and a United States veteran, but any marginalized group or subset of people in America get the shaft. If you don't fall into place and work a little 9 to 5 and fucking do and eat all their fast food and pay attention and study all their programming, you're fucked.
I feel like they it's like people like talk about how much like I'll use the veterans thing, like, oh, appreciate your veterans, like thank your vet and like all this shit. But then like on the back end when nobody's around or looking, I mean by like
when you don't
like
feel the
benefits
social pressure.
Yeah, when you don't feel the social pressure, it's like because I'm saying like I mean like the government side of it, like it's like thank a vet, but then it's not reciprocated in the back end where it's like getting benefits and getting treatment and all this shit.
Veterans should be cherished in America. Yeah. They should be treated like fucking. They should be never having to worry about anything when they come out. It should be at a point where they can have a house, they can have a car, they can have anything they want.
I've seen like documentaries and of like vets speaking and shit, and a lot of the time they just want to be able to like just live a normal life without
it should be provided for them.
Yeah. Well,
when you get out
so much.
When you get out, you should have
there should be some shit.
The home loan and stuff, that's good, but you shouldn't be. I don't know. They need to be treated better, and I don't know the details enough of any of that shit to speak on it.
When it comes into any of this,
I'm an idiot in general, and I hope that with this, we're able to like be corrected and somebody to comment and say you're a fucking idiot, you were wrong about this, like stop doing this shit because you're spreading misinformation, but provide accurate information on top of that.
We should just call it the Misinformation Hour with Shawnee Mac and Alex.
I like the Crawl podcast
I like
better.
the Crawl podcast better.
But that's basically what it is.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, any marginalized group where there's a certain stigma attached to being called that, you know, and probably the gay community will feel it, and like any marginalized group that doesn't fit into the mold or requires, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but any of them probably are treated worse than the 9 to 5 when I was working at FedEx, just waking up every day, feeding the machine and keeping it pushing, feeding the machine, keeping it pushing. You know, those people that are on the outskirts socially or professionally, they're getting the shaft, you know.
Getting the shaft.
I don't know. We've been rambling
for
on
the past 10 minutes, dog. It is getting around to be that time.
What do you know about BTS?
BTS?
Yeah, BTS.
Be the stigma?
Bezos treading semen. Bezos tasting semen.
Tasting semen.
Bezos.
What do I think about that?
Tasting semen.
Not too much. It is what it is.
BTS.
He's the richest man in the world. He's allowed to do whatever he wants.
If that's tasting semen, so be it. But BTS, are they?
BTS, like the K-pop group?
Yeah. Are they Korean in sync?
I know nothing about BTS. I know that they're a Korean K-pop band, and that's literally all I know.
You know that they have billions of views on their songs? We should pull up some BTS because I want to hear. I never heard their music, but I was looking on YouTube and I seen one of their music videos had 1.1 billion views.
Billion with a billion?
Isn't that like Gangnam Style numbers?
Yeah. A billion views on, like, what, a music video?
A music fucking video,
What
dude.
music video can garnish a billion views, dude?
Oh, my God, dude.
What the hell?
K-pop is taking over the planet. It's taking over the music industry completely.
It's like one of those... I don't know what it is.
It's like a phenom, dude. It's fucking...
Phenom.
I don't know, dude.
K-pop. Are you putting on a BTS song right now?
No, I just brought it up.
Yeah, put that bitch on.
A billion views.
It's got one. That's a 1.1.
We'll probably get
DMCA and not put it on.
Even though we're not monetized.
I can't play a billion view song on a channel without
I don't want them to rip the audio from the whole video just because
2 seconds,
2
of
seconds
BTS.
of BTS.
Yeah, it's Korean and sing.
Fucking views.
You want to know what it sounds like? It's
I want to see this 1 billion views.
Dude, I want to shove my put in the face of YouTube, dude. What the fuck?
Oh,
they're gonna be doing like little dance or something. They're doing some choreography.
Oh yeah.
They got high budget graphics.
But the highest.
They're dressed like they're in high school.
Yeah.
Those are all 40-year-old men. I hope you all know.
I know nothing about BTS, and like I've
is
listened to K-pop, but I don't know anything about BTS.
K-pop is like a very.
We got the analytics for them right there.
K-pop is like a very.
6 million comments on this one.
Damn.
48 million.
6 fucking million.
They don't even have 100 million subscribers. Whatever.
Damn.
100 million? Not even 100 million billion.
Not even
Whatever.
100 million billion. Shit.
Not even a trillion.
Dude, do you want to end it? Do you want to end it on this Korean K-pop talk?
Korean
Keep
people
going.
are
We're at
ambiguous.
13.
Korean people are ambiguous. You can never tell if it's a man or a woman if the hair is long enough.
I want to go to
Yeah,
Korea.
I think we should end it.
On that note.
Guys, I love you to death.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Welcome, Producer
I'm
Eggs.
glad you're here.
Yeah.
Producer Eggs. We're fucking, over here just crawling.
Welcome to the show officially.
We're over here just crawling,
Just
folks.
crawling.
I'm going to get butt naked and make these guys feel weird. But
He will. I just won't look in that direction.
Do something
every day.
that makes your life
Like it's worth it. Do something every day that makes your life